Hey, pilots! Welcome to another exciting episode of War Robots Domination, a series of helpful gameplay tutorials designed to help highlight the tactics and strategies that I use to help tip the scales of my favorite game, War Robots. Each episode will feature a handful of battles along with helpful commentary that'll provide insight as to what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. I'm your host, Gotchure Beacons, and I've been playing this awesome game for a few years now, and I've learned a few tricks along the way that I'd love to share with y'all. You'll notice that although my hangar is fairly basic and at lower levels, I've been able to climb it up to Expert League, so I believe that you'll find my tactics will help you do more with less, which can be very helpful with today's economy in the game. I should also mention that this is my second account, so don't let my career profile stats fool you. This is actually my baby account, but it sends a great message to pilots who feel they need to chase the current meta in order to be competitive in battle, because you don't. Wise gameplay can usually overcome any fancy gimmick. A death button is a great example. It can still melt just about any build, and its heritage stems all the way back to nearly the beginning of the game. It's all about knowing when to use it and how to use it. So, without further ado, I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy today's episodes while I walk you through my gameplay tactics and share with you my mindset in battle. I hope you find it entertaining, helpful, and fun to watch. I think you will. I'm going to call this battle Adapt and Overcome. And oh man, I hope you stick around for this one, guys. That's what this game is all about. Enjoy my friends in the background and status as they play their awesome song, Woodish. I'll put a link to their website on the description of this episode. All right, guys, so we're in Moon. And I open up with my closed map deck. This is Mjolnir. He's my little Phantom. And I'm going to go in here and see if we can take out this guy. Started getting a little too hot and just pop back. I didn't really know what it was until I got down there. And with a Ravana, I don't think I could take one on. So I just zipped on back and we'll see what we have to do. Now, that gave them a nice advantage here. They got a 4-1 beacon advantage, man, and that is not good at all. So we got to keep coming back. It's early in the game. It's not time to panic, but it's definitely mindful. It's time to be mindful of who they are and what they are about. They are about getting beacons. Now, here comes a guy who's constantly stealthy, probably Loki, and he's really, really fast. And I didn't do any damage to him. Out of all that, he didn't take any damage. This guy's a whale. He's a whale of a Loki. That's one of those experimental ones. And he absolutely just snuffed me out. I'm going to try to lift through this one. But man, look at all this shooting I'm doing. And he's absolutely taking hardly any damage. That guy is a whale. He's got that thing way ramped up. Well, I got to figure out something else. And figuring out something else is what you always look at that. He jumped right on over. He got over here. This guy is absolutely a stud. And if he's got a ramped up Loki, he's probably got a ramped up everything else. Guys, this game is, and look at that, he just jumped off and goes, hey, no worries here, I'm just going to go someplace else where I can get to. That's exactly what I do if I had a ramped up Loki like him. Guys, this game is all about adapting and overcoming. Look at the advantage they have. They have a 4-1 beacon advantage, and this guy has got, he's still got more to take. He's already snuffed through 2 of my bots. Well, it is about adapting and overcoming. That's what this game is all about, guys. It's about figuring out other ways of winning. When you've got a superior, pilot with higher firepower on one side, what do you need to do? Well, you dance around it. You dance away from it. You find other areas where they're not. Look at that now, 5-0. We turned it around, guys, because we adapted and overcome. Now, see that group of guys over there, that group of reds over there at that beacon? They're going to take that one back, right? So what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to go over here because I know that eventually my men are going to whittle them down. It's adapting and overcoming. It's seeing the little gap in their coverage right now. And as soon as this guy's out of the way, we'll be able to get that one. You look at that, the lag. He went right behind me. I didn't even see it because he just appeared behind me there. Well, all right, we're adapting and overcoming. Now we're going to grab this one. We're adapting to the situation. I need to leave this area because we still have a deficit on beacons, but we're starting to catch back up. So I'm going to head on over here to this beacon over here to the far one. There we go. I'm heading in that direction. I'm going to hold this one for a little bit because I think there was a red underneath me. So now that these guys have left the area, I'm going to go back over here. And again, sometimes beaconeering is not about getting in their face and doing the combat. Remember, it's going after the least contested beacon. If you got a big stud out there who's pushing his weight around, great. Let him do that. Let him have some damage. But while he's doing that, I'm just capping beacons. I'm going after the least contested beacon. We have a nice beacon advantage now, and this little 4 or 5 capper has stolen the game from them. Adapting and overcoming, guys, that's what this game is all about. It has nothing to do with me beating the guy that was way overpowered. It is about me finding ways around him so that we could at least grab enough beacons to win the battle. This is a battle of beacons, not combat. combat is the means to the end. The end, though, is a beacon advantage, and I was able to avoid combat and still get that beacon advantage, and that's how we won. If you see your name, thanks for the game. I hope you learned that one, guys. Peace out. I'm going to call this battle Decoy, and it's got some great tactical lessons in it, guys. I hope you stick around and watch this one. Enjoy my friends in the background and status as they play their super cool song, November. I'll put a link to their website on the description of this episode. All right, guys, so this is Yamato, and I put in my open map deck. This is Major Pain. He's my beautiful Zeus Fury. A lot of people don't like Yamato. They say it's too long, and it takes too long to get into combat, and, yada, yada. Well, every map has its personality, and that's why I run 2 decks, because you don't want a different deck for different kinds of maps. At least I do. I find it more advantageous by this, and I always play to win, and part of winning is domination is to be a little bit patient with things and allow the battle to take place, and and take advantage of little gaps here and there. Don't get overextended. This is not Beacon Rush. Beacon Rush, you do everything I just explained, but you don't do that on Domination. Domination, you kind of want to wear the reds out. You want to keep a beacon balance. You don't want to get behind on the beacons. You want to have either a 3-2 at least going into the first half of the battle. If you're running behind on beacon bar, you want to be a little more mindful of that. But as long as you're kind of keeping a pace back and forth at the first half of the battle, having a range bot like this and just chunking down the reds here and there is just fine, because when they die, they got to go all the way back at the beginning, giving us an advantage. And plus, remember, you're not alone on your team. You got other mates on there right now. Looks like we have mates going up in the center, and they're taking it back. The reds are coming back and trying to get it back, and it looks like they're going to, and that's okay. There goes Major Pain. Now I'm going to hop in my little Diablo here. Now, sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes I go back here and own their backfield. Sometimes all I'm doing is taking a few reds away from the center by coming back here. It's a little judo. You catch them off balance. You look at this. I walked right by them. I wasn't even being sneaky about it. I want this guy following me. I want a few people following me back here. I want them to realize that there's a threat in their backyard. And by doing that, it puts a little less pressure on the center. It's a sacrifice that Diablo made, but it was a worthy sacrifice, because now fewer reds are in the center. Our men were able to get up in there and grab that one. Now, I'm calling this battle Decoy, because decoy is something that you use when you're hunting. You basically put a decoy, a artificial, something out in the water there, like a decoy of a duck. And what it does is it lures other ducks in that area. And you do that so you bring them where you can, take at them and take them out and all that good stuff. Well, when you're playing this game, part of it is learning when to set out a decoy. As I've told you before, you want to have at least a 3-and-hold beacon advantage, and at the end of the battle, in the last 3 minutes, you have this thing called a time warp. And the time warp is where the beacon bar starts to move a little faster per second, if you will, if you're at a beacon advantage. Well, we're running up on the time warp, so that's important. We were down on beacon bar, as you can see, but we're coming right up on that time warp. So if we do, or if we are able to obtain a beacon advantage during the time warp, it's going to allow us to win, as long as they don't get a beacon back. Look at this. One of our mates went in the far back there, probably a good Loki pilot, and he grabbed that one, and and now they're back there. So now all we need to do is get this beacon advantage, because we're coming too close to the time warp here. So as long as we can have a beacon advantage and then hold it. Now, part of holding it is defending the beacon, but another way of holding a beacon is to simply draw them away from the beacon, being a decoy. So after I grab this beacon here, now it's a matter of getting them out of the way. So I'm going to actually have to hold this one, because I'm not holding it right now. Obviously it's red. I'm going to try to get it back. But by standing here and being ready to cap it once they die, now we're going to have this 4-capper. Now it's a matter of of setting out, becoming a decoy. Let's get them away from this beacon here. So I'm going to try to kind of move. Oh, look at this. The Ming landed right on top of me. But it's not capping, because I'm still here and he's still here and I'm not going anywhere. And I was hoping that someone might take him out while we did that. There's that little Loki doing a great job, by the way, keeping them busy. So now I'm going to take my invader over here, and I'm going to just try to see if I can be a decoy. and maybe pull some reds over to me. Some people will think that invaders are, kind of a threat on the battlefield. Not when I'm driving them. I'm a horrible invader pilot. I miss my jumps. I never land close enough to them, and all I am is a big old target for them. But right now, that's all I care about. I want to be kind of a durable, big old target for them to be shooting at, because if they're shooting at me, they're not going after the beacon. And right now, with 13 seconds left and a little beacon advantage, we need them shooting at me, not worrying about that beacon. So you guys shoot at me all you want. I'll be the decoy right now, because that allowed the little beacon bar to snip on down and give us the nice green banner at the end there. I didn't do a lot of beacon camping. I didn't do a lot of damage. I hardly ever do, because I have level 6 bots and level 9 weapons. But at times, there's a time where I can take advantage of just being on the field and drawing the attention of the Reds away from a beacon and allowing us to grab that nice little beacon advantage at the end. That was really, really cool. So great pilots on both sides. If you see your name, thanks for the game. Peace out, guys. I'm going to call this battle Do or Die. You definitely stick around for a good battle, guys. Enjoy my friends in the background and status as they play their awesome instrumental, Mortality. All right, guys, so this is this episode's Beacon Rush battle. I always play it the same way, guys. There's no reason to change what works. I always open up with Frick. He's my death button Raven. The double jump allows me to go to this neutral beacon here in Valley. Luckily, my mates all went into center, which is exactly where you want them to go. Then after I get that third one, we have a 3-capper, and we're going to try to go for a 4-capper. Wow, they're rushing our third beacon, our off-site beacon here, so I can't let that one go. That's part of the plan, guys. First, you want to get a 3-capper, but you got to hold it. You cannot let it go. Don't let them pass your flanks, and since they're pushing our flanks, this is far more important than getting a 4-capper. But luckily, I'm not the only one on the battlefield, and I have a mate that has already figured that part out. They made it a 4-capper, but holding this one is just as important, and they've got a lot of Ravana's and other tough bots that can take these guys out. But this is so important, I am not going to give up. It is do or die. If you let this one go, you're going to lose. So it's do or die, guys. Make sure that you have your priorities kind of in line when you're doing a beacon rush. First, get the 3-capper, and this neutral beacon is one of your important ones. Don't let your back door open. Don't let your back door get unlocked. Once you've got that secured, now you can leave the area, which I'm going to do with little Diablo here, and see where else I can be effective. Now here's a back door. This is the center beacon. We can't let that one go. My mate's overwhelmed right now, so I'm going to stay here and keep it held. He might die, he might not die, but I got to at least land the support, because if he gets taken out, we cannot let this one go. So we got to keep holding it. It's do or die, guys. If you don't if you don't hold it, you're gonna lose. So if you don't do what you need to do, you will die. So we've got the 4-capper now. Now it's just a matter of letting it simmer. I'm gonna see if I can taunt a couple of those guys that come in this area and meet their defeat. Now I see some guy going over to one of our important beacons, so I'm just gonna drop right out of Diablo and go into Mjolnir here to hold this one. This is all part of it, guys. It's do or die. Always keep an eye on the field. Always see what the Reds are doing, and see where your mates need you. But always do that, guys. Always lean into the pain. Always look for the beacons that you need. Make sure you hold them, because if you don't do it, you're gonna die. They're gonna have that overwhelming advantage on you. But as long as you maintain that advantage and keep growing on your beacon count on the battlefield, you'll create that containment zone and put the Reds out of business for good. There you go, guys. Nice green banner at the end. Great pilots on both sides. If you see your name, thanks for the game. Peace out. Well, friends, that just about wraps it up for another episode. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw and were able to take something you learned and use it in battle. I add content to my YouTube channel on a regular basis, so if you like what you see, please tap on the subscription button and then tap the bell to be notified when new episodes are released. Or just click on an old episode and maybe catch another tip that'll help you up your game. Also, Discord is a great way to connect with other amazing pilots, keep up on the latest news, and learn more ways to improve your gaming experience. Without question, one of the best Discord servers out there is War Robots Master Pilots. Managed by some of the best pilots in the game today, it features a robust list of informational, tutorial, and informative channels to cover anything and everything related to this awesome game. So definitely take a moment to click on the link in the description of this episode and check them out. Finally, my goal is to provide you all with entertaining and helpful information that'll help reduce the frustration and increase the fun. So if you feel these videos are helping you, please share them with a friend, someone you think might benefit from them. Well, that's about it for today, guys. As always, keep them blue out there, and I hope to see you on the battlefield. Just make sure you're having fun, because if you're not, you're doing it wrong. I love you all for your support. Play well. Peace out.